Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to talk about HBAR, how it's currently performing. This rank 38 token on CoinMarketCap with a market cap of approximately $5 billion. So let's take a quick look at HBAR. Well, absolutely what I must take into consideration right now is that we are retesting this ascending support. This ascending support has been retested several times on HBAR. That is absolutely important because this is a confirmed ascending support, and right now we are retesting this range. What I think is absolutely important is that if we break down below this range, we have to take into consideration that we might see a way further decline in price action, and that is for sure something you do not want to see right now on HBAR, because we might head towards an even further decline instead of this beautiful ascending support that we were seeing each time holding strong as a level of support heading towards the upside. So for sure we would not like to see a momentum shift and a momentum decline on HBAR. But let's take a quick look at what the indicators are telling us and what else is actually important. So on the 4-hourly time frame, what else is actually very important is that we are seeing as well a confirmed descending resistance. We have seen 3 touch points underneath this descending resistance, and what is important is that if we break out towards the upside, we would like to see a breakout above this descending resistance, finding support on top of it and seeing continuation afterwards. Otherwise, if we see it break down, I think it is quite important to take a look at the daily time frame and at the 200-day moving average. If we take a look at the 200-day moving average on HBAR, you can clearly see that it is quite far below where we are currently at. If we take the measurement tool, what you can clearly see immediately is that it is approximately, let's take a quick look, 25% below us. And if we see a breakdown underneath this ascending support, I think for sure we are heading towards this direction, and then we will be seeing HBAR heading once more towards the $28, and this is something I do actually think might occur during the upcoming days. What I would like to enable right away is the RSI. On the RSI, you can clearly see that we are not seeing any type of bullish divergences taking place, and what I think is absolutely important is that if we are going to see a further decline in price action breaking down below the dotted line on the lower part, we still have plenty of space to do so. So therefore, if we are seeing a breakdown underneath this ascending support, it is likely that we are going to see quite a far decline in price action. So this is something absolutely important. If we head towards the 4-hourly time frame, what you can clearly see if we take a look at the RSI is that we have been inside of this downtrend, such as on the chart, and we would like to actually see the RSI actually breaking out above this descending resistance and heading towards the upsides once again, to see as well an increase in price action. That is absolutely something very important. What I think looks actually quite healthy on the 4-hourly time frame is that we are actually quite low on the RSI, and if we see a breakdown below this ascending support, actually what I personally think is that it will look good, due to the fact that if we see a breakdown underneath, it is likely that we are not going to see a way further decline in price action, due to the fact that we will be breaking down as well below the dotted line on the 4-hourly time frame. And as we saw previously, once we break below the dotted line on the 4-hourly time frame, a continuation or a shift of momentum is very likely. So right now, I must admit, this looks good to me on the 4-hourly time frame. On the daily time frame, I'm a little bit more doubtful that we are actually going to be able to hold strong where we are currently at, because we are not seeing any type of bullish divergence yet. But if we see a minor breakdown, we will be starting to see a bullish divergence that might be able to hold strong for the upcoming days, or might be giving us enough strength to stay at the level where we are currently at. Once we see a further decline in price action, well, we are seeing a slightly bullish divergence, but I would actually not like to count this as a bullish divergence because it's just a minor one. But you can clearly see that we are creating a higher low on the chart and a lower low on the RSI, but I must admit that this is not a confirmed bullish divergence yet, and we will have to wait a little bit more until we see a further decline on the RSI. This being said, I would like to enable as well the MACD. On the MACD, what you can clearly see is that we saw a crossover occur. Well, this could be a continuation. We could see even more momentum towards the downside if we break down below this ascending support. But if we are able to hold strong, I'm for sure confident that we are going to see as well once more a decline in strength on the MACD, and that we're going to eventually see a crossover occur and momentum towards the upside taking place. So that's for sure something I think looks very good. If we head towards the 4-hourly time frame, a crossover occurred several hours ago, and what you can clearly see is that we have seen only downward momentum ever since that point in time, and it's still a very, well, how may I say that this downward momentum just started, so therefore it is very likely that we're going to see even more downward momentum. And if we see a breakdown occur, the next level of support is going to be at 0.236 Fibonacci at 35 cents. So this is something you would like to consider right now, because this is actually something that might occur during the upcoming hours on HBAR, and that you would like to monitor very closely. So this being said, lastly, I would like to take a look at the Ema Ribbon. The Ema Ribbon is serving as a level of resistance, and it's aligned together with our descending resistance. Therefore, if we are going to see an increase in price action, it is actually very likely that we are going to find a major stronghold of resistance above us, and that we might get rejected at this point in time, just as we saw previously. Once we retested this descending resistance and the EMA ribbon, we were not able to break out above it, but we would like to see a breakout above it. Otherwise, a breakdown is even more likely to occur, heading towards that $28 level that I discussed previously at the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame. If we take a look at the daily time frame, the EMA ribbon does actually look very good. The EMA ribbon is aligned together with this ascending support I talked previously about, and what I absolutely think is that this is a major stronghold of support. So we would like to monitor this absolutely very closely, and if we see a breakdown below this range, it is likely that we are going to head for sure towards the $35 range, but eventually it could perhaps mean as well that we are going to see HBAR heading all the way down towards the $28 level. So thank you very much for watching. If you do agree, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below, and if you do not agree, do not forget to leave a comment down below. I would highly appreciate that. And as well, have a nice day. Bye.